Unthinkable happened to Liv Morgan. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what that is and really break it down because I don't think people understand the significance of Liv Morgan and her 2024. She is someone that has really risen to the occasion, and WWE, they gave her an opportunity and she took it and ran with it. I think, has surpassed any and all expectations that fans had for her going into 2024. Keep in mind that she had been sidelined for the second half of 2023 before returning at the Royal Rumble, competing in the Women's Royal Rumble match and making a notable impact in that match. She then transitioned into a very fun feud with Becky Lynch. And while, yeah, she came up short in that feud, there was something different about her character. There was something different about her return because even before then, she had gone through struggles, right? She had to overcome a injury. She had an arrest that she had to deal with. Ultimately, the charges were dropped. And so you had a lot of personal things going through her mind. And so when she returned, you could tell there was something different about Liv Morgan. Her character was a little bit different. Her promos came off cleaner. She was a better in-ring worker. She just seemed like in a really good place. And so while she was initially supposed to just lose to Rhea Ripley coming out of WrestleMania in a quick feud, it was an injury and an opportunity that has excelled Liv Morgan's career. You got to keep in mind, Becky Lynch was leaving WWE. She opted not to renew her deal with WWE, although she is returning. They also had Rhea Ripley, who was going to be out of action for multiple months due to a shoulder injury. And they saw Liv Morgan as an opportunity. They saw her as the opportunity to create a new star in the women's division and on Monday Night Raw and really help them carry that brand, that division going forward. And so they gave her the opportunity. She has absolutely crushed it. And that is what I really want to talk about in today's video because the unthinkable happened to Liv Morgan, and it was her rise in 2024. I would be very, very surprised to see anyone, or I should say, the mass majority say that they believe Liv Morgan was going to have such an epic run, such a breakout year as a performer, going from a mid card, maybe an upper card talent when needed to a main event star, a top tier star, someone where you put them on promotional material, they sell tickets, you put them in social media, post, their engagement goes through the roof, their television ratings go up, right? No one could have predicted that she would have had the rise that she did because if you look at past booking, it wasn't there. They used her when needed. Sure, she won Money in the Bank. Sure, she won SmackDown Women's title. Sure, she feuded with Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch. But really going into 2024, I don't think many people even had any expectations for her because up to this year, WWE, they just used her when needed. She was a utility player. She was a tool to get others over. That was her job. That was her job. Even going back to the feud with Lana and Bobby Lashley a few years ago, whether it was her beating Ronda Rousey, it was just Ronda to drop the title and then get her right back with the title, right? Becky Lynch needed someone to work with. Rhea Ripley in 2023, she needed someone to work with. She had to do an injury angle to A, get over her heel persona, and B, get Liv Morgan off of television due to a legitimate injury. In 2024, though, being the Women's World Champion, feuding with Becky Lynch, feuding with Rhea Ripley, beating those two stars, two of WWE's biggest stars, aligning herself with Dominant Mysterio, becoming a true villain, getting an opportunity to shine and shine in a very, very big way. Being able to be featured in multiple segments on Monday Night Raw, opening and closing the show, being talked about as one of the key talking points, being aligned with the Judgment Day, which, look, I understand has gone through a lot of transition. I understand that has gone through a lot of members, has come a very, very long way since Edge in his original vision. But I think by being paired with Judgment Day, I think by being paired with Rhea Ripley and Dominant Mysterio, I think that has done wonders. I think that has done absolute wonders for her career because at a time where she was a heel, they did three very, very important things to get over this heel persona, and these are what it is. One, she injured Rhea Ripley. Rhea was a top babyface champion, and she was doing so at a high level. The fans wanted to see, okay, we're starting to get a babyface run, right? She had a babyface run coming out of the Nia Jax feud into the Becky Lynch feud. Okay, let's see what she can do. And then she got injured, right? So they got robbed of that opportunity to see a title change and see how Rhea Ripley's year-long title reign would last and end. She also feuded with Becky Lynch, one of the most over baby faces and over stars that WWE has to offer. That was another huge win for her and her character and her career going forward. And the other opportunity was being able to be paired with an established group like Judgment Day. Whether you like them or you don't, Judgment Day has been for the last 2 years consistently pushed, booked, and done so very well under Triple H. He understands that act, he gets that act, and the ability to really spread the push among all of the members of that group, including Liv Morgan and Dominic and Finn and at the time Damian and JD Madonna and etc. They've done a very good job with that. So you have her go over two established stars. You have her going up against two notable prominent names and winning the Women's World Championship in the process, I think has done really, really good for her. If you look at it like this, the pairing with Dominic Mysterio cannot be understated enough. They have done a tremendous job with that duo because Dominic Mysterio is one of the most hated heels in the business, right? Not just WWE, not just Monday Night Raw, in the entire business. He's that good. And I think if you have to keep the Liv Morgan Dominic Mysterio pairing together coming out of when Liv drops the women's championship, which I assume is going to be Raw on Netflix premiere. You have to keep that pairing alive because it's so well done. It's they're tapped into these two characters, they're tapped into the pairing, they get along very well, they have natural chemistry, they play off each other very well. And Liv is really coming into her own as a heel. And so by doing that, you have the natural hate for Dominic Mysterio, who is, in my opinion, the biggest heel in the entire business right now. And you have Liv Morgan, who is arguably the biggest heel in all of women's wrestling right now, and she's one of the top heels in the business, right? Her ability to get under people's skin is just absolutely phenomenal. It's a masterpiece. And as long as you can keep that up and as long as you can keep doing that, I think they're going to do great together. I think they have great potential together. I think they can establish this. Well, they've already established it, but I think they can go forward with it for a very long time. This is a pairing that doesn't need to be ending after her feud with Rhea Ripley. I think it's a feud or a pairing that can sustain itself for years and years and years, especially with Raquel being her heater. That is going to be a great pairing. That's going to be a great pairing for Liv. It helps her get out of wins, losses, etc. And I did say wins and losses. But it also, because you can put the target on Raquel, you also can help Raquel and you can help Dominic. So I think it's a beautiful pairing.